What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be the next part in the IAE series that I'm doing. It is currently 11:02 a.m. Eastern Time, and the website has rolled over. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on today. So we've got Greycat, Argo, and Consolidated Outland. I know Greycat is releasing the MDC. I don't know if Argo and Consolidated Outlands have anything new for us. Let's take a look. Start with Argo. Let's see, moles, atlases, the CSVSM, UVs, and the SRV, the raft. Nothing new here. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to CO. Let's see, hover quads, the Mustangs, Nomad, and then of course they do have the Pioneer. She is $925. This is the big base builder ship, for those not aware. This one's been around for a while. It's went through a couple of different changes from what the original was, but they are in development on it, and it's actually going through, I forget what box phase. Um, yeah, I don't remember what box phase, but they've got the interior kind of laid out to what they're wanting, and I think they're just doing some general modeling and polishing and things like that. We don't know exactly when we're going to see this ship. My guess would be maybe later next year. But that's kind of a hopeful slash hopium response. But I would imagine we'll see it next year. But that's it for Consolidated Outland. Let's take a look at that third manufacturer, which is Greycat. There's the MDC. She's $50. I believe if it could be LTI. Oh, more time. Nope. Right, they're just bringing everything online then. The difference between the MDC and the MTC is the MDC has an auto turret or a PDC on the back of it. A little bit more of a truck style layout. I don't know. I've heard people refer to it as the Avalanche, like the Chevrolet Avalanche. Um, it's kind of got a little bit of a truck bed going on with that PDC in the back. It's been on the show floor. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. But that's pretty much the only thing new that I know of that's happening today. We'll go ahead and look ahead at tomorrow. Tomorrow is, let's take a look. I know it's Crusader. Okay, so it's Crusader and Tumbril. Go ahead and take a look at those and see what we might be able to expect. I don't think Crusader's got anything new for us. They haven't teased anything or mentioned anything. Tumbril, I don't know if there's a new vehicle for Tumbril or not. Again, I don't think they've teased anything. But take a look at Crusader. So we got the A1, well, the Herc series, the Spirit series, the Ares series. Genesis, that's an interesting one. I'll talk about that in a second. That's pretty much it. Okay, so nothing new here, at least not on the website yet. So the Genesis, let's talk about this for a sec. So this was originally kind of, I've heard it referred to as the Boeing in space, like the 747, if you will, the passenger airliner. It's kind of went through some different, I don't know, call it thought processes. We've heard a few different things from SIG as far as it's going to be a Starliner. It's going to also, it could be a like commercial Starliner. It could be a VIP transport. But there's also, if you look at, oh, what is it, the wiki page? They mention, and I don't know where they got this information from. I don't know if at one point SIG has actually put this out there, but they made mention that there would be a military variant of the Genesis, and that it might have an AWACS capability. For those unaware, AWACS is the military aircraft that you see with the big radar domes on top, and they do long range scanning along the coast and things like that. So there's a talk that they might use AWACS. I want to say they called it SWACS for like space warfare or whatever. But anyways, I don't know where the wiki page got that information from. I hope that that's some true information. I'll throw the hopium. I'll jump on that hopium train. I would love to see a large size AWACS in the game for long range scanning and radar. That would be cool, but we'll just have to wait and see what SIG actually does with it. As far as their website, you know, anything official mentions it's long range transport, allows adventurous travel, see the stars, big seating capacity, fuel efficient engines. You know, it's the, I forget what they call those Crusader engines. Versatile moneymaker, start a travel empire, transport troops and tourists alike. Okay, so they do mention troops. Maybe there is a particular military transport model that's different from civilian transport model. And it says vast amount of freight, although it does not list a cargo capacity. I don't think they've nailed it down that far yet. It does have a rear loading ramp. Really about all we know about it so far. There's length and beam, so it's 85 meters long, 80 meters wide, 5 meters high. It's a large. 3 power plants, 2 coolers, 1 shield, weaponry, or yeah, not a whole lot going on there. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. I do want to go ahead and pause the video here until I can get my hands on the MDC. I am going to buy an MDC. I've been looking forward to that. And pause this video until I can get in those. All right, so the MDC page did load. The Warbond LTI version is $45 if it's new money. If you want to use store credit, you'll get 120-month insurance at $50. And then you also can upgrade from another ship. Paints available are the Boreal. I'm not going to read them all. You guys can video right quick. Not a lot of crazy paints here. A lot of blacks, a lot of grays. Brushwood appears like it's like a camo green. Timberwolf kind of appears as though it's like a camo brown, a digital brown. All right, let's go ahead and get in game with it. I did want to take a second and point out, now that I'm logged into my account, I didn't want to show any of my account details or information, but if you do have what is it, a status with a concierge level, first concierge level, you're going to get a few different options. So there's another Warbond option, $45, that does come with 2 paints, and it does come with the LTI. The 2 paints you're getting are this Perdition paint and then this Ice Front camo. So we'll take a look at those. All right, so we've got the MDC now out in the hangar, and we're going to take a deeper look at it. So a couple of things to note about the cockpit area. You can turn the interior lights on and off, and when you turn them off, you get this nice little underglow effect on the pedal area. That's interesting. There's nothing button-wise here that's new. Engine on, power on, that kind of stuff. Quote-unquote flight ready for a ground vehicle. It does have this deploy and retract. You can see the side windows roll up, I guess, for extra added armor. And we can pull those back down. The interior is much smaller than the MTC, of course, because you do have the turret on the back now. But you do maintain 4 weapon racks. There's your fuse console. I'm not sure what that box are there. And then an empty spot, I assume, is probably the battery. Engineering terminal, I think those are blades, like flight blades, except obviously not flight for a ground vehicle, but same idea. That is the life support, or the O2, and then you have your cooler and power supply. There is an internal storage access. It has a 1500 capacity. In the shield gen inside here. All right, so very much MTC minus the truck bed, of course, with the PDC on it. It does have the rear storage rack like the MTC does. However, instead of 4, this one only holds 2. I'm actually trying to find that shield generator, but it also has external storage, which is separate from the internal. The external has 750 versus the internal is 1400. That's about it. The shield is actually in bed somewhere. Nope, I don't see it on the bed anywhere. When you ready up the truck, you see the turret does in fact pop up, which is pretty nifty, so it gets elevated. That's shield, right?
Shields off. Shields on.
does have shields. I guess it just doesn't have physicalized component for the shield. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. So you can see we've got the deploy button, you've got close exterior, you've got the light button I showed you earlier, power off, engine on, engine off, and exit. That is much. All right, well, that'll do it for today's video. Like I said, the MDC is the only thing we've gotten that we can get our hands on that's new. We've already talked about some of the concepts that you might be able to purchase today if you wish. That'll do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, see you guys in the verse. I appreciate you.